Hello and welcome to TRB Collectibles. My name's Tom and I will be your guide through this estate sale.
All the prices are negotiable, so just let us know. And the backyard is open too.
Okay. Thank you. And as we begin our estate sale today, we come in contact with our first creepy thing of the day, creepy dolls! Don't worry, the creepy followed us into this room too. In the upper left-hand corner, there was a creepy doll overlooking the entire room. As I continued through the house, I started to understand a little bit more about how the sale was being run. It was actually being run by the family of the woman that used to live here, so not an estate sale company, which potentially could work in my favor because nothing is priced and they're, churning deals. It's just up to me to find what I'm looking for, and there are a lot of knickknacks. At an estate sale, have you ever opened a cabinet like this and have been completely surprised when you've opened it and something you haven't expected? Let me know in the comments below what you found.
Kim.
Don't worry, the creepy dolls followed us into this room too. Do you remember when I went to an estate sale that accused everybody of stealing via the signs? I much prefer that sign. Give us an offer with a smiley face. Much better. Don't worry, here's another creepy doll. And another one. I think this was the best themed room of the entire house. It was themed to the ocean, so all the little knickknacks were dolphins and seals and whales and fish, even the banner that went around the room, so this was really the ocean room of the house. But it also had my favorite category at any estate sale, media. I did walk away with a couple DVDs for $2 a piece that I should make a decent profit on, between $10 and $15, so I couldn't be happier. Okay, so while reviewing this footage, me going through this media, and I'm looking in the background at all the stuff, is that a Furby in a little Christmas hat staring at me? Did you have a Furby as a kid? Let me know down below. Creepy doll check. And another one.
I can't imagine what this thing is. Aroma disc player diffuser.
Right, so have you ever heard of aromatherapy?
Yeah. So that's in a disc. Apparently it must get heated up and it's
And itself,
yeah. Yeah.
So I noticed this sign that said 5 books for $1, which is a really great deal. When it comes to a collection like the gardening books ahead of me, sometimes people look for those specific collections. In this case, the profit margin just wasn't there for the purchase, but the price point was to die for. If you happen to find one like that, always look it up. And the creepy dolls continue. Just like the ocean room before this one, it appeared that every room had a little bit of a theme, and this one, it specifically was wolves around the border edging of the ceiling, and pictures and knickknacks around the room. In addition to the wolf decor, you guessed it, creepy dolls! No matter what the theme is, apparently, there will have to be some type of creepy doll involved. One of my favorite things at estate sales are all the little nooks and crannies and hidden away places that you can actually find some pretty good things because people didn't take the time to see it. I would have never known that there were VHS tapes behind this door, unless I was curious to look. Now, none of them did carry a value, but it was pretty neat to find this. The theming continues. A little bit of green on everything in this restroom. A koala mirror? Curtains on a sliding glass door shower? Curtains on the inside of the shower? Well, to each their own. Never pass up an opportunity to look through outdoor sheds. It's where a lot of items go that families just don't know what to do with. And sometimes, to you, as a reseller, you actually might find some pretty good stuff out here. So take the time to come out, look at the sheds, and look through the boxes. Because you'd be surprised what you can find. When it comes to repair manuals, instruction manuals, whether it be for a vehicle, aviation, boats, ships, they do pretty well because a lot of companies will pay a lot of money to get that information. And if it happens to be that an employee brings it home, it's still relevant and can be used. Estate sale companies don't necessarily know what that is, and will try to get rid of it because more than likely they'll throw it away at the end of the sale. To somebody out there that's looking for it, they're willing to pay a pretty decent price under market value, in which you can get a pretty decent deal by buying it for nothing. There was a decent amount of these switch boxes in this box, and I kind of got excited because they were rather decent condition and looked industrial. So I went on eBay and I did check them, and surprisingly they didn't have any sold comps. Unfortunately, there wasn't necessarily a value for me to buy them, so I did have to leave them behind. If you happen to be into vintage furniture and furniture in general, estate sales can usually do pretty well with finding decent furniture like the chairs in this shed, which you'd probably get a decent price. Selling it on eBay is much harder than it would be, let's say on a local platform like Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp, which is where you primarily could sell that furniture, so this way you don't have to worry about the hassles of shipping it. The margins are pretty decent, and people would come and pick it up from you. It's an idea to throw out there, and for you to think about. I will always dig through a wire bin because you never know what you might find in it. whether it be something more recent that people need for whether it be laptops, televisions, cell phones, or an estate sale company doesn't necessarily know the difference in charging cords. Usually they'll have a make and a model. You could look that up on eBay and surprisingly, potentially could make decent profit. And usually these wires will sell anywhere between $1 to $3. Good margins on a good pickup. It just requires a little bit of work. Now, I did get a chance to look up some of those hats. When I look up hats, I'm either looking up by who made it, the team, the company, the affiliate, the brand on the front of it, and see if I can match the hat that I have to what's on eBay under the sold listings. Now, for what I found, unfortunately didn't carry a value for reselling, but if you were to buy it as an individual at this estate sale, you'd walk away with a pretty decently clean hat. Now, if you've seen some of my past videos, you know I always look at the bread maker, because bread makers actually do pretty well, whether it be locally or online. When you ship it online, the only problem is the shipping's kind of expensive, and it decreases your profit margin. Shipping it locally takes a little while. And if I were to pick up every single bread maker that I've seen thus far, I would have had no space to store anything else. Now, if you don't sell the bread maker itself, the pieces and parts actually do pretty well separately. It never hurts to take a look and look them up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to click that like button. And if you have some spare time, check out some of these other videos. Thanks!